This is one of the best liquid cream highlights you can get from the drugstore. If you're like me and you have small little duck lips and you really want your lip liner to stay in place, these are amazing. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. Today I wanted to share with you guys some of my favorite products from the drugstore slash at an affordable price point that I feel are underrated. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you enjoy videos like this, makeup videos, beauty videos. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in. So the first product I want to talk about is actually a product that I feel got a lot of hype in the past, but nowadays people really have forgotten about it, and it is the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. I feel like in 2016, 2017, a lot of people were talking about this, but it kind of fell off the radar, and they recently reformulated it to add some skincare ingredients like niacinamide, which is awesome. I love this foundation. I feel like it's a really great dupe or alternative for the Estee Lauder Double Wear. It's super thin and lightweight, but it gives you full coverage. It feels like nothing on the skin and it lasts amazingly. It dries down to a matte finish, but if you prep your skin with a glowy primer, you can get something more natural or satin. This is amazing if you want something super glam that's going to cover all of your imperfections. It's going to give you that doll-like perfected skin. It's not going to look cakey. It's not going to feel heavy. This is amazing. I feel like no one really talks about it anymore. People usually talk about the other foundation that Catrice has, but this one is amazing too, and I feel like it definitely deserves some more love. Another product that I feel like is super underrated are these blush-mallow cream blushes from JCat. I have 3 shades: Thank You Very Much, Tutti Frutti, and Sweet and Chic. These are amazing if you love powders but you're interested in trying creams. These are super approachable because they're a cream to powder formula, so they dry down to a more powdery finish. I love using my fingers to apply them. You just take a little bit on your fingers. They have that nice sort of bouncy, moussey texture, similar to something like the ColourPop Super Shock shadows. I just take a little bit of my finger and dab it in, and it's so easy. They're very pigmented, so just go in with a little bit at first, but you can build them up. You can apply them over powders. They last a really long time because they do dry down to more of that powdery finish. And I just think they're so good. I think they're like $5 or maybe even less. Ulta always has them on sale. So if you see these, if you see them on sale, definitely pick them up. Or if you see a color that you're interested in, because they're really, really good and no one talks about them, which is so sad. If you pick up anything from this video, let it be these. These are the Starshow shadow pots from Moira. This will elevate any look that you do on your eyes to the next level. It's gonna amp it up. These are so glittery, but the glitter is ultra fine and super reflective. It's not chunky glitter. It doesn't look like Claire's makeup or anything like that. I personally have 2 shades, Eureka and Quartz. I have Quartz all over my eyes today. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but this shadow just catches the light so beautifully. All the little glitter particles. It just looks like diamond dust sprinkled over your eyelids. It's so pretty. And then I also have the shade Eureka, which is this super unique purpley taupe color that is just stunning. These glitters are really nice to apply to because they have a little bit more of a creamy base. So you can just put your finger in and swipe it on the lid and you don't get a lot of fallout. You can use a glitter glue if you prefer, but because of that more creamy texture, it's really easy to just glide on, and again, it adheres to your skin really well. So love these. They come in lots of different colors. They're just so perfect for amping up any look. I'm obsessed. Also in the eye category is this palette from Fantasy Prism Makeup. I think it's the Fantasy palette from Prism Makeup. I don't know, the naming is a little bit confusing. I got this off Amazon. I think it's around usually $10 off Amazon, and I picked this up because Taylor Wynn here on YouTube recommended it and said it was amazing, and she is right. If you are looking for a colorful palette but you don't want to spend a lot of money, or you just are looking for a really great quality colorful palette, definitely try this one out because I've used pretty much every shade in this palette. I've used the blues, the purples, the greens. All of them are super, super pigmented. All of them blend like a dream. No patchiness. The mattes are a little bit powdery, but it doesn't bother me. Just make sure you tap off your brush before you go in to blend your eyeshadow. And the shimmers are very nice and smooth on the lid. They don't enhance texture. They're not the most reflective or metallic shimmers in the entire world, but I feel like they're really great for an everyday look. And really, the star, I would say, is the mattes in this palette. It's amazing. It's so good to have in your collection, to expand your collection. You can use it for any time that you want to play with a little bit of color, but you don't want to commit to, like I said, a really expensive palette because maybe you don't use color all that often. So this is one of my favorite palettes in my collection, actually. I use it so much, and it's definitely worth $10. It's probably even worth way more than that. Today I took this rosy pink shade and popped that in my crease and also used that to deepen up my outer corner. I used this pink shimmer all over the lid, and then again I topped it off with the Quartz Starshow shadow pot from Moira to create this look. Oh, and I took a little bit of this deep purpley brown just as like a little bit of a powder liner on the outer corner, and I feel like everything blended perfectly, and I just love the versatility in this palette. I love the pigmentation, I love the blendability. It's amazing, and I cannot believe it's only $10. And Prime Day is coming up, so if you have an Amazon Prime account, check this one out because you won't be disappointed. If you're like me and you love a good hydrating mist before you start your makeup to prep your skin, check out this one from Moira Cosmetics. This is their Hydra Priming Setting Spray. First of all, the sprayer on this is amazing. It's like you're in a spa and you're just being spritzed with delicious goodness. It has a slight fragrance, so if fragrance bothers you, something to keep in mind, but I actually think it smells really good. I love this because it's just the perfect way to rehydrate your skin, get it nice and dewy and plump before you go in with your primer and your foundation. Sometimes I feel like if I have taken a long break between applying my skincare and then my makeup, I need a little bit of extra zhuzh, a little bit of extra something to just wake my skin up and again make it a little bit more dewy because I do have more dry skin. So this is amazing for that. It really does soothe the skin, hydrate it, plump it up, and I do like this to set my makeup as well, just to melt all the powders in, but it's not really going to significantly increase the wear time of your makeup. It's more so just to give that like dewy, plumped up, hydrated finish. So definitely recommend this. It's very similar to something like MAC Fix Plus, and I actually prefer this one to that. If you've been looking at my cheekbones and you are wondering what is on there, let me tell you, it is the Burt's Bees Liquid Luminizer. This is one of the best liquid cream highlights you can get from the drugstore. So I love mine so much that even when my packaging busted, I saved it and I put it in this little Tupperware container. I'll show you it here. It's a liquid, and I have the more pinky shade. I forget exactly what the name of it is. I'll pop it on the screen or in the description box. I think this comes in 3 different shades, and this is the lightest shade. You don't need a lot of this, but I just like to take a little bit on my finger and tap it in, and do you see that reflection? It looks so glowy, so juicy, so plumped up. It's not one of those highlights that look chalky or like a stripe of shimmer on your face. This looks like you have really great skincare, really hydrated skin, that bouncy, youthful, plumped up look. It's so gorgeous. I am obsessed with it. It doesn't pick up the product underneath. It blends really easily. I know highlighters aren't really in right now, but this would be perfect for that like glass skin, no makeup look, and you just want to add a little bit of extra reflection, a little bit of extra juiciness, plumpness to the skin. Check that one out because it's literally so good. Dry skin girls, this is the powder for you, okay? The struggle is real to find powder that does not look heavy, chalky, cakey, drying, tightening on the skin. That does not look tightening. That does not feel tightening on the skin. This one from Moira, the Satin Correct Finishing Powder, I have mine in the shade 200. I think there's another shade that has more of a green tone in it. This one has different tones, sort of like that Givenchy Prism Libre powder where it has the different color correcting tones. I don't find this to be super pigmented, so don't be afraid to go in with something like the red or the peachy or the purple. It's not ultra pigmented on the skin. You're not gonna look like a blueberry, but it does really help to smooth the skin, set your makeup. It feels ultra lightweight. It's not drying, but it is very blurring, and it does subtly color correct / brighten. So I love this. This is up there with like my Pat McGrath Sublime Finish Setting Powder. That one is amazing, but it's like $30-something. This one is, I feel, just as good, and it's a third of the price. Everything I've tried from Moira has been really good, so I feel like as a brand, they're pretty underrated. But this powder is one of my holy grail gel powders, and I feel like it needs some more hype. Okay, I actually have 3 different lip liner formulas from the drugstore that I feel like are underrated. Starting off, I have these NYX Line Loud lip liners. As you can see, I am a fan because I have a million different colors. Ooh, NYX just makes really great lip products. If there's one category they excel in, I mean, they excel in a lot of different categories, but lips, every product I feel like they come out with is a banger. These lip liners are ultra pigmented, ultra creamy, and the best thing about them, which I feel like a lot of other lip liners from the drugstore do not do, these last on your lips. They dry down, and when they dry down, they do not budge. I swatched all the shades that I have for you guys, and I also went to rub them and try to remove them at the end, and I was showing you how budge proof they actually are, because once they dry down, I'm not kidding you, you can rub and rub and it's not going anywhere, which is amazing because again, I feel like a lot of drugstore lip liners are good, they have good shades, but they just don't last. If you're like me and you have small little duck lips and you really want your lip liner to stay in place, these are amazing. They're really hard to remove even with a makeup wipe. They do not want to come off, and they come in amazing shades. I love all the nude shades. Today I'm wearing the shade Born to Hustle, which is a pinky shade, but they have a lot of really great deeper nudes, more peachy or neutral nudes. The reds are really great. So I'm a huge fan of these, and I feel like I don't really hear anybody talking about them, but they're amazing, especially for, again, a long wearing lip liner. 2 other long wearing lip liners from the drugstore. One is from Catrice, one is from Essence. I have another shade of my Catrice, but I have no idea where it went. This one is in the shade Understated Chic, and it is the plumping lip liner. I can't say that these are extremely plumping. It's not like the Too Faced plumping lip liners that came out that people were saying actually like cause pain. This one is not painful at all. I don't really notice any significant plumping, but they are super creamy. These are retractable and they just glide onto the lips, but again, once they set down, they are going to stay in place. I really appreciate that about those, and these are more affordable, I feel, than the NYX ones. And then Essence also makes a great long-lasting lip liner. This is the 8-Hour Comfort Matte Lip Liner. I have mine in the shade Soft Beige. And again, this is the same retractable packaging and super creamy, glides on the lips, no tugging, no pulling, dries down and will stay in place. So if you're looking for long-lasting lip liners from the drugstore, Line Loud from NYX, Essence 8-Hour Matte, or the Catrice Plumping is where to go. And yeah, I think that's everything, you guys. I could definitely give you more products. I just didn't want to overwhelm you guys, but if you want to see more videos like this, definitely let me know in the comments down below. Also, let me know a product that you feel like is underrated and super, super good from the drugstore that deserves some more hype. I would love to hear, and definitely maybe check them out in the future. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel out. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye.